You're watching Roll Hunter, and today we are gonna hunt some Canadian dimes. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, this is James and you're watching my channel Roll Hunter, and that's right, I've got some Canadian dimes, but I wasn't able to get a full box of dimes. I'm actually 4 rolls short. Believe it or not, it has taken me a couple of months to accumulate 46 rolls of dimes, so shy of a full box. And 10 of those rolls I normally wouldn't accept. These are bank wrapped rolls. These might be ARP, Alloy Recovery Program rolls, where old dimes, even those composed of nickel and copper nickel, are removed from circulation, and certainly all of the silver is removed. But I took them anyway. They are circulated, I can see that, so they're not all brand new 2022s or 2023s like we've seen. And it's possible we might get some of those Blue Nose commemoratives, the 2021s, the colorized ones. So I thought, you know what, we'll see if we find anything in there at all. We're going to start with these ones and then we'll move on. There's better possibility we're going to find something cool in these rolls. These are all customer wrapped, so anything goes. We could find silver, we could find proofs, we could find cool stuff, foreigns, who knows. Well, let's dig into these ones. We'll start here and see if we can find anything at all. Roll number 3, and there is our first find, that commemorative 100 years of the Blue Nose. Look at that beautiful coin. Roll number 5, and we have struck color. We have found the Blue Nose commemorative colorized dime. This is the first colorized circulating dime in Canada, possibly the world. The Royal Canadian Mint actually was the first mint in the world to issue a regularly circulating colorized coin. That was the 2004 Remembrance Day Poppy Quarter. Roll number 6, we've got another 2021 Blue Nose under sale, and the longer these have been circulating, of course, the more their circulation is showing. This is still a beautiful coin, but it's showing some circulation, and I don't know if I'm going to keep it necessarily. I'll put it on the board. I think this is a good find. We know these are lower mintage than most other dimes, but I have a lot of these from my previous hunts, and some of the ones I have are in pristine, beautiful condition. I'll set it aside for now, put it with the other one we got, and hopefully we'll find some other cool things. We're almost through these rolls. We haven't found anything older than 2001 with a P composition mark, meaning it's steel, multiply plated steel. So nothing nickel, nothing copper nickel, nothing old, nothing silver. But these ones hopefully might have some surprises, some cool stuff. Well, we're in roll number 8. I'm a little surprised. We found a foreign coin in what I was expecting was an Alloy Recovery Program roll, a machine-wrapped Canadian roll that usually won't have anything interesting in it. We got a British coin. This is going to be 5 pence. We can see it's 1990. There's Queen Elizabeth II. 5 pence from the UK in a Canadian machine-wrapped, probably ARP roll. Crazy. Okay, well, we finished those machine-wrapped rolls, and we got 4 more things than I thought we would find with a colorized. We got a foreign and a couple of those commemoratives. I'm actually surprised we got anything at all. Moving on now to these customer wrapped rolls, and the very first roll, this is roll number 11, and we've got our first American. This is a 2021 Denver. Pretty nice looking one too. Same roll, there is our third 2021 non-colorized Blue Nose under sale. Roll number 14, we're going to have a bunch of American coins in here. I can see like 4 in a row at the back here and maybe 1 in the middle here. Not uncommon here in Canada to get a bunch of US coins if people bring them back from their travels and they can't do anything with them except maybe roll them up and take them back to the bank. I'll only bring you in if there's anything interesting about them, but yeah, we'll see how many we get. We've got 2 so far. This is going to bring it up probably to 7. Who knows how many might be in the rest of these rolls. I was just about to pull out roll number 15, and it looks a bit shorter than the one beside it. I think we're going to get shorted here, probably by 4 or 5. I'll keep a tally and let you know. It's not uncommon for that to happen. I don't know if it's always on purpose. I think it's just hard to count dimes. They're small, but it doesn't help if you're going through lots of dimes to be shorted all the time. So no finds in roll number 15 other than that US dime on the right, but we were definitely shorted. We were short 5 dimes in that roll. So 50 cents is not insignificant, particularly when you're going through 50, or in this case, 46 rolls. You hope that doesn't happen too often. Roll 23, and I almost completely missed it. It almost went back into the discard pile. There is our second colorized dime from 2021. Roll 25, we can add one more to our stack, another colorized 2021. We're in roll number 27, and so far this roll is mostly 80s and 90s, so some older designs, not necessarily all in pristine condition, but it does suggest to me that somebody deliberately put these coins in this roll, potentially as part of a collection. I'm not exactly sure, but we'll want to look closely and make sure there isn't anything that's been overlooked. 1970 is a key date. There might be some other varieties we can look for in here when we have older coins. It's not worth holding on to older dimes for their nickel content because their nickel content isn't equal to their face value yet. So anyway, I'll take a peek and I'll bring you in if there's anything interesting in here. Well, so far the best find has been this really nice looking 1979, probably in an AU. There's a little hint of circulation wear on here, but nothing else just yet. And a couple of coins behind that are really nice looking 1968 until you flip it over and it's got the ring of death. Well, that's too bad. I have a little envelope of goodies we're going to look at, a little something different today for the channel. Many of you are probably familiar with the YouTube channel North Central Coins. Fellow YouTuber Daner Wiley operates that channel. He does all sorts of great videos on interesting and rare coins that you can find, coin roll hunting and other such things. And he contacted me to let me know that he's got a new initiative that he's involved in. It's called D&K Coins and Collectibles. And what they're offering are treasure hunting booster packs, we'll call it. So these are coins mystery booster packs. They go for about $40 on their website. I'll put a link in the description of this video. Essentially, what this is meant to do is to provide a little bit of the experience of the coin roll hunting thrill. But this crosses a number of different sort of genres, if you want to call them that. Basically, coin collecting, historical, antiques, pop culture, collectibles. So it's a booster pack that includes a number of different things across those areas of interest. So not everybody who watches my videos or his videos, I understand, actually does coin roll hunting. Many of you might be just interested in seeing what we find and kind of cheering us along, and that's great. But this might be something that might be a little bit more accessible and interesting for some of you whose interests are beyond coins and banknotes. Okay, I've cut into it and we're going to see what's in here. Obviously, it's not a huge package, so obviously we can see some really cool stuff here. So this says $100, the United States of America, in God we trust. And this is obviously a replica bill. And it might actually be plated in real gold. I don't know. It's very interesting. I don't have any of these sort of replica banknotes in my collection, so that's pretty cool. Obviously, it doesn't have a serial number. It's not a real bill that's been plated or anything like that. It is certainly kind of a novelty item, a collectible. But that's pretty neat. We'll want to see what else is in here to give it that $40 value. Being a coin roll hunter, I know you can pack a lot of value in a pretty small package. So this first piece of paper, I'm not really sure what this is all about. It looks like a replica newspaper, but it's not real. It's got a lot of Latin on here. It's got some dates of 1987 or 2017, so that's interesting. Not sure what that's all about. That doesn't have anything on the other side. We'll take a look at the next thing. That's, I think, just to separate things out. Oh, here we go. D&K Coins and Collectibles. And oh, so this is actually really cool. These are like collector cards on Canadian coins. This is highlighting the 1948 silver dollar, which is the king of collectibles in Canada. It's very, very low mint. It's a very valuable coin that many of us, myself included, don't have in in our collection. And this one is noted as first edition, and it's got some facts on here about that note. I'd be curious to find out if there's a whole set of these. That would be really cool if there was a whole set of these of all of those iconic and low mint key date Canadian coins. That would be pretty cool. And there's another one here, the Prince of Coins. This features the 1921 5-cent silver piece. And it says here it's part of the most iconic coins of all time series. So that's another really cool one. I'd have to put my glasses on to read the fine print, but again, very interested to know if there's a whole series of these. They are good card stock. They are they're glossy, good quality, really cool. And we got this pouch here. I'm just gonna see what's in there. So it looks like we got a whole assortment of things. This looks very interesting. Check that out. Bank of England, £5. There's the Queen. And it literally looks like a whole stack of some of the smallest little bills replicas that I've ever seen. It's totally crazy. I'd have to take a closer look to see if they have individual serial numbers. I don't know, but it's got like a little wrap on it here to bundle them all together. So I don't know how many there are, but it looks like there might be like 10 or 15 or more. That's really cool. What do we got here? This looks to be like a replica of some kind of an ancient coin of some sort. Interesting. This here, I'm not sure what that's all about. It has a, the symbol on here is Ontario's provincial flower, the trillium. So I don't know what the significance is of it necessarily, but it's some kind of a token or medallion of some sort. We'll look at that in just a second. We've got a tiny little sword. Very interesting. I'm not sure what that's all about. And something else looks like something you would put on a chain. Alexander the Great. So again, some sort of a replica of probably some kind of ancient coinage of some sort. Here's something some of you might recognize. Hogwarts Express, King's Cross Station, 9 3/4. That's the platform that I believe the Harry Potter novels feature. That's pretty cool. I'm a little bit older. I didn't see these when they were coming out. I saw them as an adult, but a lot of you might be in the right age category. And we got a stamp here. So that's definitely a real British stamp. I think that might be 2 pence, that D. I'm not sure exactly, but that is Queen Elizabeth II. And so it's been canceled. So that's cool. And then this last thing, I'm curious to see if this is actual silver. Let's see, it says Stagecoach silver for when you have to get out of Dodge. We'll flip it over. Yeah, and it looks to be 4 1/4 ounce silver bars in this little capsule. I have no reason to believe that it wouldn't be real. It's 3 nines fine silver. That is really cool. I mean, that itself has some real monetary value beyond. I guess it's actually 1 silver bar that seems to be sort of split in quarters, almost like you'd split a chocolate bar, I guess. But that's pretty cool. So I wanted to loop back on this Stagecoach silver just to see if it was genuine or not. The case that it was in was interesting, this plastic case, but it doesn't look like the kind of thing that most of these things would sell in from their producer. I looked it up online and I found this website called fakebullion.com. I looked up this specific bar and you can see this diagram actually shows some ways to tell if it's genuine or a counterfeit, or in this case, I think we'll say novelty. And I didn't obviously buy it as a real coin, but there are some markers. The corners are less rounded on the counterfeit, and there's actually 1 horse hoof or leg that's missing on this coin. So we'll take a look at ours and see where it stands. So a quick examination of our bar actually tells us that it is not the real deal. It's missing the hoof that would be just to the right of this one here, or the leg over the word out. So this is not real silver bar. So there isn't actually any considerable value in this at all. I have no idea what it's made of. It's probably silver plated, but it's probably a base metal in there. So anyway, just wanted to check in and then report back on that to see what we were actually dealing with. So it's interesting, but it's not silver. Very interesting. Some stuff that I don't think I would have ever necessarily come across. I really love these cards. These are really cool. So I'm going to follow up and find out if there's a whole series of these cards that you can actually pick up. I think the replica bill, gold plated, was actually pretty neat and interesting. I've seen these in stores and I think they go for a few dollars if people want to buy them. I think I would have liked to have seen some actual coins in here, and certainly if the bar of silver was a real silver bar, even if it wasn't an ounce, a tenth of an ounce, or something like that, would have been very cool. But go check it out. I'll put a link to Dana Wiley's YouTube channel, and you can get in touch with him if you're interested in something like this. We'll get back to our video action. Roll number 29 is going to give us a dandy. Check out this one here. Lots of luster on this one with an older design. The Tiara portrait, it's just got a little bit of a hair on it. Let's see. And it's a 1977, and it is a dandy for sure. Roll 31, we're going to have a little bit of a grungy and a little bit of circulated 2021 non-colorized Blue Nose under sale. That is our 5th so far of the hunt. We're already in roll number 43 of this 46 roll hunt, and no silver by the edges, but we are going to have a couple of Americans. This one here was just a couple coins in. That's going to be a 1999 Denver. That's our 12th US dime so far, and I saw another one that we could easily see by the edge. There it is. If I can get it. And this one looks newer. A 2018 Philadelphia. So, still holding out hope there might be something cool in the last 3 rolls. You just never know. I'm in the second last roll, but here's something you can be looking for. This is a 2007. This is the normal circulation strike. It's called the straight 7 because the end of the 7 or the tail is straight. There is a 2007 with a curved 7 where the tail of the 7 curves inwards. That was only intended or only actually released in mint sets. However, like many other coins, including proofs and such things, some sets are broken up and those things can be found in circulation. I've never found one, but it's one thing I'm always looking for. On all my 2007s, is there a curved 7? That's what I'm looking for. That's something you can look for because collectors and coin roll hunters have found them. So a quick edge check on our very last roll tells us we are not going to find any silver in this hunt at all. And that's probably what you should expect in most coin roll hunts. Dimes I seem to have the most amount of luck with, but this is the way it goes sometimes. If you're new to coin roll hunting, don't be discouraged by getting a box or a group of coins with no silver. That is probably the rule rather than the exception. The exception is getting silver, 1 or more in a box. Well, we'll see if there's anything interesting in here anyhow. Otherwise, we'll come back with a bit of a wrap-up. Well, looky there. It didn't look like we were going to have anything at all, but the very last or second last coin is a 2021 Blue Nose non-color under sale. Awesome. And I just might mention the very last coin is a beautiful looking 2021 double date. It's got that classic Blue Nose portrait or artwork that's been used since 1937 on Canadian dimes. This one's really, really nice. I don't set these aside anymore. I've got lots of them and they're quite common, but you'll want to get a beautiful one just like this one in your collection for sure. Well, that hunt is complete. We hunted 46 rolls of dimes, and I always try to hunt 50. That would be a full box. If you're coin roll hunting and you can't get 50 rolls, don't feel you need to do that. Get as many rolls as you can afford or as you can get and hunt those. You might still be able to find some cool stuff. We found some cool stuff in our very first rolls, so that just goes to show you. We got some foreign coins here. We got 13 US dimes. That's pretty par for the course. We're really close to the US border here. And oddly enough, we did get a 5 pence from Great Britain. I say oddly enough because this was in a machine wrapped roll. So you don't expect to find foreign coins in there, particularly if it's potentially an alloy recovery program or ARP roll, where precious metals and anything that doesn't really conform to a very narrow band of specifications would be weeded out or sorted out. Well, in any case, we'll take it. It's a 1995 pence from Great Britain. Our other cool finds, we found 3 colorized dimes. These are regular circulating coins, really, really cool. These are our first 10-cent colorized coins, and we got 6 of the non-color version, one of my favorite Canadian coins, this Blue Nose under sail. And we got a couple of pretty nice examples. I think particularly that 77 on the left might be worth keeping. I think now that I'm looking at it, that 79 has enough wear on it that it's probably not interesting, but that 77 looks really, really good. So I hope you enjoyed this Canadian dime roll hunt. If you did, please give the video a like. That would be great. It really helps out the channel and shows my videos to more people. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel, Coinroll Hunter. Why haven't you done that yet? You made it this far. Go ahead, click that button. It's free, it's easy, and you'll know when my next videos come out. I always appreciate you watching and coming along for the ride. Thank you so much for doing so. We'll see you again next time. The sponsors of today's video are Lighthouse Canada and the Charlton Press. Lighthouse Canada is the leading supplier of high-quality numismatic supplies in Canada, and the Charlton Press is the leading publisher of coin and paper money catalogs and price guides for Canadian collectors. Go check out their online stores today and use the exclusive discount code CRH20 for 20% off all your purchases.